Hi guys, nice to have you back again. So this lesson will be to do with basic finger picking techniques and some tips and pointers really. It's a little bit more advanced than basic sort of beginners, but why not? I've had a couple of requests to teach some basic finger picking techniques, so here we are. So I think I'd best start off with your fingers first, because that's what we're talking about. So as we know, and we're learning with our left hand or whichever hand places on the fretting board, the strings will hurt your fingers. That is the first thing that you need to just have in your head. It's going to hurt a little bit, but you will get used to it very quickly. Just stick with it. So I have fingernails. I'll bring them a bit closer to the camera. They are a little bit longer than what the other hand is, due to the fact that I use them for picking. So they're not necessary, but you do get a better tone with them. So you can use just the skin, but what I and a lot of other sort of finger pickers like to use is a little bit of nail, probably about 2 or 3 millimeters above your finger when you're looking at it that way. And your thumbnail gets rather strong when you use it quite a lot, as do the rest of them. So good for tone, but not necessary. So when you start to get into a bit more research online and you start to pick out your own songs that you want to start learning, you might see something called Pima. So this is in a lot of classical stuff. So it's just really when you're reading on other lessons this, but the thumb is classed as the Pulgar, so that's P. Index, so for the index, medio or middle finger, and then the annular, which is your ring. So that's the main classical sort of right hand usages. Now, Mark Knopfler once said, you get good when you don't need rules. So although in classical you will use Pima system, so that means that the thumb will look after normally the bottom 3 strings, or the bass strings, whereas the index will go on the G string, the middle will land on the B, and the annular or the ring will land on the E string. So Pima. You can rest your little finger on the body if you like. It does make for stabler playing. Again, depends on what the piece is. If it's a fast piece, or a bit like a Jerry Reed or a Chet Atkins, I'd look them up, the fantastic finger pickers. From time to time they did rest the little pinky on there just for a bit of extra structure. Don't need to. Again, there are no rules with this. These are just tips and guidelines. Ultimately, it's probably better that you get comfortable with it. When you're first starting out, you'll probably just end up using these, which is fine. That was a way for decades, the Merle Travis picking and so on. But again, if you have no rules in your head, just whatever's comfortable. So with that in mind, let me just double check the notes, make sure I've gone through everything. Yes, so there's a couple of exercises for you, some songs to practice which will get your technique up. Just get you used to where the strings are, because it will feel so alien for you at the start, I guarantee it. Bear in mind, so I played the guitar for 10 years plus before, in fact maybe even 15 years plus before I started learning fingerpicking. It was hard at the start. It took a long time to get there. I'm talking like a year until it started becoming nice and you know, I could pick up new pieces and start to understand them better and use them better, play them better. But stick with it. So Ben Howard was one of the first things that I learned. I'll put a tab in the comments for you. But I think what we'd better sticking with today is a Blink 182 classic, What's My Age Again. Nice. So I chose this one because it'll get your thumb moving around and it'll get you used to sitting on those strings like the Pima. That is what helped me a lot at the start. Now I can play, you know, different things. Doesn't really matter, you get used to it. So the Blink 182 song, again, I'll put the tab in the comments below, but it will go like this. I'll get up a bit closer so you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So full speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, good luck. If you've seen this on YouTube, go over to the Warfellow Guitar School on Facebook. It's a free group you can join for more lessons. If you've seen this on Facebook, you can go over to my YouTube, Dan Warbrick Music, and it's all on there. It's all free. It's just while we're on lockdown, enjoy the free lessons, join the group, add lessons if you like, and I'll see you again in another few days.